We are getting ready to start Gold Crest map again, edited by Stevie this time. We had an issue starting out with our very first map in Farm Sim 17. I, yours truly, tried to mod and edit and ended up corrupting some files in my map and the game, and so 1,300 files deleted later and reinstalled, we're back at it again. So we're going to start here, episode 1, just as we did with the original Goldcrest map. Think you guys will enjoy this. I hope that you guys have fun and you guys keep coming back for more and more. So without further delay, let's get started. Well, welcome folks. Here we are at our Goldcrest farm, and we will show you around today a little bit as we go through, but we need to get started right away. So here we are with some of the, and I think I've got a little bit of technical difficulty here with my wheel setup. I sure do. For whatever reason, my lovely control panel is not working. And that might cause some technical difficulties, so let me take care of that real quick and I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, we got that back together, so here we go. And we're going to open our harvester. We're going to do away with that, back up a little bit. And we are going to turn on our GPS mod, so Control O. Control point, and then we determined that this was 13.4. Yeah, we'll work with this. Go a little wider there. Then we're going to offset it just a little bit. There we go. Alright, looks like we got her going, so we're going to back up here. And we're going to close that out. And we're going to go inside and get started. Alright. Got to make sure we're lined up on that green line if we can. And I do like working from the outside from time to time, just to make sure I'm getting where I need to go. Sometimes it's hard to see in the fields, but that's okay. I hope you guys can hear the background and the running noise with the tractors and all the immersive stuff that we've got going on here. Like I said in the intro, I got a little carried away with trying to use Giants Editor and mod, and I need to be able to hear myself because I can get quite loud on this thing. But so yeah, I corrupted some files and couldn't retrieve them, and there's nothing I could do, so I had to go in and delete everything and reinstall it. Terrible pain, but you know, none could be done. It's what happened, so no big deal. We got her going back. I did, however, not stop playing. I did start farming Simulator 15. See, this is part of what I don't understand about GPS mod. I shifted the course, but didn't line up properly here, so I'm just gonna have to go off line of sight on this one, so I'm actually gonna turn that off right now. But yeah, we have a video from Farm 15 for the map of Oklahoma, which I absolutely love, and so go ahead and go over and check that out when you get a chance. Little advertisement here for us early on is do subscribe to us. We'll be bringing out content. And I'm looking right now at trying to make it at least 2 days a week, if not 3, including the weekends. But next week I got a big surprise coming for you guys that I'm going to try to get to, and we'll tell you about that a little bit more later on in this video here. Would also like to ask those who watch the video and subscribe about some content and what they think, and get your opinions and intakes, because this is what it's about, you know, having fun and putting video out there that people like and want to come back and view and see. So we're going to try to keep you involved as much as possible, and I would like to know if you guys would like to run 30-minute videos, 45-minute videos, or even hour or longer videos. Don't know if you like the quick, short videos that people put out. Each people are different, so I would like to get a consensus opinion. So leave us a comment if you would about time-wise, how long you would like to run, and what you'd like to see, you know, what you think we should plan on certain fields. In this, we own field 12, 14, 15, and 32. I will tell you that this map edit is great. We're going to have to add a few things in that are not here that we're going to need. But overall, this map is pretty good. It's not perfect, none are. So obviously, I wasn't consulted when Stevie did this map, and that's okay, because I don't know Stevie, and there's no reason for him to consult me. But you know, like the hay silos that you can drop off hay or grass in. We're going to add a few of those in tonight. And then we also were given more vehicles than the original map. Obviously, as you can see, we've got a great big harvester here, bigger than the one in the original vanilla. We only got one of these, and so we're going to have to invest at some point into more. But we were given a lot of other vehicles that weren't included, like I said, in the original. So we're going to be using those and testing those out. And I did not change the money increase to that. I just figured I could run with the numbers we have and go from there. So we are still at 9,187,241. And so we're almost full here on in our harvester, so got to be careful. Yep, there we go. We got full. So I am going to go over, and as you can see, there's one of the Voltras, and there's another case there. But we've got a Fent here. I'm going to attach the trailer and go over and dump that. But as we go along, I'll introduce you to what we have. You can see the new storage silos here where we can drop off. I did test this out, and you can actually drop straw here in these silos, which is pretty nice. Was not used to that, so we'll come back over. One thing I did not do was put the pipe out, which I should have done and should have known better. But we'll get it up here. I do notice this map with all the textures and all of the other things that have been included is a little bit laggy. Not too bad, but that's okay. It's forgivable. So I may have to drive underneath that. I was pretty good in the testing phase. Yeah, I'm going to have to get closer. So I'm going to turn around here, folks, and get up underneath that pipe so we can drop some grain in. Now, I do have my steering wheel and everything very sensitive. I get it all the way to 100%. And so we're going to play it with 100% because I don't like the lag in the wheel. I tend to crash a lot, and that's just not fun. I mean, it serves for excitement here and there, but when you got a load of logs, you just spent half an hour trying to load onto a trailer without bouncing out. It's not very fun trying to reload them because your wheel's too laggy. And yes, I am using a Batman cup, and it is my son's, so don't make fun of me. I love Batman, by the way, but that's another story for another day. So here we go. We're back at her. Put that back on, and away we go. we should almost get through this field before we got to dump again. We may have a little bit of a section left, but we should get all this wheat harvested up. What I'm thinking is I want to do, because 15 is wheat, I kind of want to keep that wheat just so we're close, and I've got the straw here, but I want to do 14 with corn. I want to do 12 with probably, well, let's do 12 with corn and 14 with soybean, and 32 is pretty open in the air for me. I'm not too sure what I want to do with that field yet, but we'll figure it out. I'm pretty sure that this is the only field that has actually any crops on it. We do have some in the silo that we can go and sell, but I'm trying to wait for some price jumps. Obviously, we've got some wood that's high. I've got my commodity list up there. It's a mod, and I'm not too sure, but since it's only day one here, it's really not got a good foundation. I did take an economics class in high school, which was a very long time ago. As at the end of this month here, what is today, the 7th? By the way, folks, don't mean to run off on a rabbit trail, but I feel it only appropriate to say something as me being former Navy. Today is the anniversary of Pearl Harbor and the vicious and unprovoked attacks by the Empire of Japan upon Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. So if you're out there and you're thinking about things, think about the men that lost their lives to protect this country and the vicious attack that was perpetrated upon us that day. And do it in remembrance. I know we're pretty late in the day for me to be saying anything, but it's still worth mentioning. I have been to Pearl Harbor on 4 or 5 occasions when I was in the Navy on a aircraft carrier, and I loved going to visit the Arizona Memorial. It is beautiful, and it was on my bucket list. Even if I wasn't in the military, I wanted to get out there and view it at least once in my lifetime, and I was fortunate enough to get out there several times during my career. It is very sad, very sobering, and very humbling. It will just tug at your heart to know that the carnage lost that day was so severe. But we persevered, we prevailed, and to the victors go the history. So now back to what I was going to say is in 13-ish days or so, I will have my master's degree from Maranatha Baptist University and will be a full graduate. I am continuing on to take one more semester, the spring semester, but it will be courses that I absolutely want to take and things that I believe I need to learn more about and want to learn more about as far as the Bible goes and what it signifies. So I'll be dealing with that and enjoying life from it. My family is excited that I'll be graduating. That means I get to spend more time with them, and I always love spending time with my family. So I appreciate all the thoughts, prayers, and well wishes from you guys on that achievement. And I am super excited about it. So we are going to knock this field out. We're almost done with it, and we are quickly moving through. So right to our left is obviously field 14. Right across from us, straight ahead, the brown dirt, is field 12, I believe. And then field 32 is down across and behind us a little bit to the right. I guess that would be the southeast. But anyway, I was talking about high school and stuff. I did take an economics class, and I'm looking at the commodity list over here, and we don't have a real good pattern or spread to talk about the low, the high, and the average for our crops yet. It's going to take us quite a few days to get that up and running. So in order to do that, we are going to have to play a lot on this map to get a good fill. So we're going to go put this in the trailer and load as much as we can. I'm sure I'm going to have to overfill and then overfill again and then go dump, but that's okay. we have a little bit of time on our hands. And I may not actually need to do that. This trailer's got a pretty good capacity on it, so we'll just see. I like these case harvesters. I like the New Hollands too. And something I've been thinking about is on I know I've mentioned it, but I drive transit for our local transit agency here in the Valley. Yes, so I'm going to have to just drive this on over and park it, and then I'll put the pipe back out. So anyway, I drove to the local transit agency, and on my way home from work, I passed by a couple of places that actually sell farm equipment. Skolton's is the name of the place. And I'm not probably going to be able to go down here. I'm probably going to collide into stuff and just get stuck. So we'll just have to see. Yeah. I may have to go in at an angle. Let's see how tricky I can get this. Over. And can I cut that? I can. I did cut it. All right. Well, that was pretty neat. So anyway, Skolton's is the name of one of the places. And they have a lot of nice equipment there, tractors and farming equipment. And so I like to go and just look at stuff there. I am actually thinking about going and asking them permission to take some photos of their equipment up close and personal, because a lot of it, including this Fendt, is over there in their parking lot. They have a lot of tippers, they have a couple loading wagons, they have a lot of JCB equipment. And it's pretty awesome to be able to drive home thinking about it, you know, wanting to play Farm Sim and all of that kind of cool stuff. So I think I will do that, and I will make a video of it and post it onto our YouTube channel. This is quite a nice loading setup here. Let's drop this off. And so we will look at that endeavor here shortly. I don't know what our Christmas season schedule is going to be like. I know that we have quite a few days here yet before Christmas comes. Not a whole lot, but quite a few. And everybody's going to probably be very busy. I'm going to try to make some videos during my time off, but I don't have a lot of time off, just because the way I look at it, driving transit bus, there's people who need to get places, and a lot of other drivers are senior to me and have more time on the books than I do to be able to take time off. But this year I do not work on Saturdays and Sundays, haven't for a while, and Christmas obviously falls on the weekend, and so does New Year, so I will be spending that with my family. So I will guarantee you I will not be doing a video on Christmas Day. I might do it on Christmas Eve, I'm not sure. But I might even come on New Year's Eve and do a special video there. And we will look at that as it gets a little closer. So we're going to go over and park. You can see the nice parking area that Stevie has created for us, and we are very much appreciative. I'm going to try to park all my trailers over here, my loaders anyway, that is, my tippers. Just so that we can have it in a general area. I like order, and I like consistency, so we are going to try to maintain that if I can learn how to drive right tonight. So park this in here, and I know we have a loading wagon already, and we'll just park that. So I am going to unbuckle from here, and I'm going to go back over, and we need to park this. So I don't know where I want to park it just yet, so we will figure out a place. We've got quite a few spots that we can park it at. So what I'm thinking is I'm just going to drive into here, park my header against the back wall, and then park this in the other shed. So this will be my, I don't know if they're wide enough actually. Oh yeah, they are. So I'm going to put this in here. And I'm going to park it. So I need to drop 19. Undo it, put the wheels out, drop it down, and 20. Okay, so now we need to back out And I'm going to park this in this barn here. So, come around the corner. Not too close. There we go. I don't know. Folks, you can tell me if that doesn't look quite right. If it's too large of a vehicle to be parking like that. But I will park it here nonetheless for right now. Alright, we will go get our other tractor here. So I've unbuckled. I'm going to take our little Fendt. And I'm going to come over. As you can see, we do have a lot more equipment than original. Like I said, I just didn't take the time to do the money aspect and add more money to it because I figure we've got enough to start. And Merle says hi, by the way. He is doing well. And he hopes to visit soon. So let's get out there and get this straw picked up. So I'm going to turn that on there for us. Pop that on, pop that on. It's 8:30. Slow down time because I like playing realistic on time. There's a lot of things you forget when you're doing videos that you need to do. So I'm going to pipe up and try to suck up all this straw here for future use for our cattle and our pigs. Sheep do not need it, as they only really need water, hay, and grass. Pigs, on the other hand, are very picky, but they make us a lot of money and they reproduce like rabbits. So that is a good thing. So we will carry on and pick this up. And we will need it definitely. So this is a nice Bergman. I don't think the one at Skolton's is a Bergman. It's red and yellow, and I don't know that it's actually in the game here, but it is a loading wagon, and you can definitely tell that the creators of Farming Sim 17 and all the other Farming Sim generational games really took the time to develop the look of the loading wagons and all the other equipment. They have the Klaus, I believe is how you pronounce it. It is a nice piece of equipment. It is a lot bigger in person than it looks on the game. I have not stood up next to it, but from just a little bit of a distance, it is quite massive. So we're going to go over here and show you that you can drop this in the silo here on this map. I do recommend this map. I try not to go with anything below 4 stars. Just because to me that's been a little bit tested and it's a little bit more reliable. There's not as many glitches. There is a little bit of lag in here because of all the equipment, but it's not really affecting the gameplay. So we will get this dumped. So I would like some input from you guys. Obviously leave us comments about what you think about the gameplay, what we can improve on, what we can fix, what we're doing well. And we will definitely put that to use. And I do respond to comments within 24 hours. So please feel free to leave us comments, questions, suggestions, concerns. All I ask is that you do not troll us with vulgar language and negativity, because this is a family channel. My children will be playing on here, and I will get quite highly upset if I have a lot of people leaving these negative, nasty comments. We're trying to grow the community. We're trying to help the image of the farming community. Not that it has a bad reputation, but there are aspects of the video game world that do have negative connotations, and that is not what we want to get into, folks. So remember, this is a family-friendly channel, and we will keep it as such. So I much appreciate your kindness and your thoughtfulness when coming on here. I would like to give a shout out to a few people that I follow and that I watch and I subscribe to. The first one is Gunning Gamers. over on the Gunning Gamers channel on YouTube and Twitch. He is a pretty awesome gamer. Really humble, really loves doing what he does, and he really has motivated me to get on board and start doing this as well. So thank you, Brandon. I appreciate it. All the love and classiness in the world to you, brother. Let's keep this going, and let's just make it better. I am not a big competition person, so I have never had a problem with talking and giving credit to where credit is due. And I will just ask that if you go over to his channel, do respect him, do respect his subscribers, which I am one of, and do not promote this channel on his channel, as I ask no one to come in here and promote themselves or somebody else. I will give my shout outs, I will give my credits, and I will respect them, and I know they will respect us. And so I just wanted to give out a shout out to Brandon and Gunnin' Gamers and that community. There's ASIM, and then there's Kenworth, and quite a few others I'm missing, but they are all great people, and they love what they do. If you get a chance, go check out his channel as well. Like I said, I don't view myself in competition with him. We are just two avid gamers that are doing what we love and playing the game and bringing content to people and hopefully enriching their lives one short or long video at a time. The other one is R.D. Allen. I believe his real name is Randy, and he is where I found the Oklahoma map off of FarmSim 15 through his website, and I believe it was American Eagle Modding or something that created the actual map. But thank you, Randy. I am a subscriber to Randy as well, and I dearly love his videos and all the content he puts out. So go give him a look as well. And again, we are all trying to accomplish the same mission, with the idea of promoting gaming, gameplay, simulations, and things like that. So give them respect that they deserve and they've earned. And go give them a look too and check them out. And be sure to come back to us and check us out and subscribe to us and like us. Give us a thumbs up if you like our content. If you do, give us a thumbs down because you don't like it. Please nicely explain why you don't like it, and we will see what we can do about making it better for you. It's just kind of like buying and selling on eBay. Sometimes you aren't going to satisfy everybody, but you will try your hardest. And when you can't satisfy somebody, you would really kindly like to know what you did wrong or what you can do to be better. And I always love that aspect. So please like us, dislike us with comments if you do. And give us some suggestions to make it better that will bring you back. You know, we'd love to have 100,000 subscribers someday, you know. I don't know how realistic that is, as I do this for fun and I just like to play. But maybe one day we'll get there. So enough about that. Again, thank you to Gunnin' Gamers and R.D. Allen's channels. Great influences and great men, and keep it going, guys, because we love you, and we will keep being with you until the bitter end. So there are so many things we could do here on this map that I am just overloaded with my brain thinking about all the cool stuff we can do. I'm very excited to do this with you guys and to be able to share with you some hours and hours of entertainment and hopefully some nice quality videos here. Do want to give a shout out to subscriber Kevin and his family. Not going to get too personal with my shout outs, but Kevin, you know that my heart and prayers are with you and your family with everything that's been going on lately, and please do pass on my best wishes to everyone and let them know we're thinking about them and praying for them and hope to see them soon. So we really appreciate you subscribing and following us, and we would like to have you come back more and more and more. So with that said, thanks again, Kev, to you and your family. We hope everything's okay, and it continues to be okay for a long time. So we're going to shut this off here, go dump this, go park this trailer back, and we're going to get on some plowing and cultivating, and we need to fertilize. I think we should fertilize the fields first. That way we've got at least one level of fertilization. That's all I've got it set on. As we get better at this, we will bump it up to the 3 levels of fertilization, make it a little bit more realistic, a little bit harder in the gameplay. But for right now, all we have it on is the 1, and I want to get that taken care of as soon as possible. So we will do that, and I will show you how to fertilize a field utilizing the, what do they call it? It's the chunks, the pieces, not the liquid. It's the seed fertilizer, I guess. It sprays it out, throws it out, actually, kind of like a baseball player. But so we'll get this parked away. When backing up vehicles, you want to take your time, try to get her lined up as best as you can, and don't go too fast. So if that's one tip I can give anybody that's looking to game and play this game, is just take your time and back up, because if you don't, you'll find yourself fighting with it all day. So kill that. We'll go over and grab this fertilizer over here. So I'm not sure if you can do it on the front. Why don't we try that? We might be able to. I know it's supposed to go on the back, but I want to see if it'll go to the front, because we got a PTO on this, and I don't know. Let's roll up there and see what we can do. Yes, we can. So we're going to fertilize from the front. So 4 will start the refill process, as you can see there. So we'll go over and fertilize the field we just harvested and put. So let's go over and do this. I like these storage bins over here on the side. You know, we can put some silage, or we can put some straw if we find ourselves too overloaded. We can do lots of stuff. So we'll figure it out. Right there to our left, folks, is the sheep pen. So just wanted to show you that here in a little bit. So we'll come turn this on. Back it up a little bit. I messed that up. Didn't start out close enough to the side. Got to be real careful. It's a little finicky here. But as we drive along, fertilizing like this is pretty quick. I have fertilized with a manure, but it takes a lot, and you have to refill pretty often. So you got to watch out what you're doing and make sure that you're using the fertilizer to the best of your ability. So I recommend getting to the end, shutting it off, coming up, turning around, getting set up to where you think it's going to be, and then turning it back on. Don't waste the fertilizer by just keeping it on constantly. I mean, you're going to waste money, you're going to waste time. Drinking some water. Ooh, need water. Hydrate, folks. Even in the wintertime, you may think it's cold and you don't need it and you're not sweating, but let me tell you, you need water. It keeps your body healthy and keeps it going. And I should know, I mean, I unfortunately drink a lot of energy drinks because of my schedule and because of my job and all those different things. I need to drink lots and lots of water to keep me going and keep my kidneys processed right. And I want to stay around for a long time for my kids and my family, my wife. So take care of yourself out there, folks. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. So we would like to, on the Red Dirt Ranch Gaming channel, be able to answer any questions you guys might have. That's the one thing I like about live streaming. There's a lot of questions that are asked, and they can be immediately answered. Unfortunately, with the way the current YouTube is set up and the live streaming and stuff, I'm not too familiar with it, and I'm not comfortable with hopping on just yet. So I'm content making videos for right now, but I would like, you guys to ask questions, and if you have any questions about what I use, my equipment, my setup, my cameras, my headphones, I'd love to answer those questions for you. And if you're interested in getting set up as a channel, I have no problem helping you as much as I can walk through that process, because I just learned mine from watching videos from Gun and Gamers and Randy over at RD Allen videos, and there's tons of content on YouTube that's really good. There are some that is not as helpful as others, but they're still good quality content. You just have to filter through and find out what works for you and how best you learn. So just because I'm getting a master's degree doesn't mean I'm the smartest or the brightest crayon in the box. So I still need to learn, and I learn differently than anybody else, and everybody else learns differently from me. I have my own style of learning, and it just suits me. Some others just have different styles, so maybe videos that I enjoy and learn greatly from, others can't, but give those two a shot. They do have a few tutorial videos and will greatly be beneficial to people, and they are great guys, and they will help you out if you email them and talk to them. They are great human beings, and I appreciate them. Let's see, back up here, turn that, I need to back up just a little bit, so I ensure that cover the max amount. We are going to help other farmers. I didn't initially understand why we were doing that, but we want to get our reputation level up with them, so that when we do have to go buy fields from them, our reputation's up and they lower the prices and things like that for us. If I see a gold nugget, I go and pick it up. I'm not too big on it. I think if you collect them all, you get like $1 million. It's not something I'm really concerned about, but I will do it if I see one. So I don't know where they're at yet, but I'm sure we'll find them. Almost done with this field, so. And we only used about half of the container on this smaller field. So we might be able to do field 14. It looks a little bit bigger, but I'm not quite positive yet. We might want to go over and refill. But right now we're sitting at about 37 minutes of video, and usually that's where I try to keep it at. So I'm going to go over and refill this, and I think we're going to be done with this one for tonight, and we will get this rendered out, and we will get this out to you, if not later tonight, early tomorrow, after I get off work and come home. So we much appreciate you guys hanging out with us, enjoying the content, and being able to just hang with us for a while. So we'll fill this back up. So while it's doing that, I just fertilized my field, or my concrete. Wonder what's going to grow. So anyway, folks, we appreciate you coming out, checking out our video. Before we sign off, be sure to like us and subscribe to us. Come back and see us. Thanks for coming in. We do greatly appreciate it, and we kindly thank you so much. Again, my name's Jimmy, and this was episode 1 of Farming Sim 17 on the Gold Crest map. That was edited by Stevie. Thanks for coming in, grabbing a cup, and getting to work with us. We appreciate it, and we will see you later. Have a good night.